Hello, everybody. Sorry for the delay. Now I'm. Let me take a drink. That's it. Sorry for the delay. We had some technical difficulties. At the same time, we're also switching to Zoom, and that also brings its own technical difficulties. Yeah. How's the sound? How do we sound? Okay. Yeah. Let me see if I can correct that. Let me add the sound of advanced properties. No, I have to add the sound. Sorry, output. Okay, can you try? Can you hear you now?
I would have to say something. Yes, I can hear myself. There's a bit of an echo. I'm not sure if that's me or.
That might just be because you're talking and you're also like in the stream.
It's
Let me see.
possible.
Shit. Let me get Twitch up. Ah. All right. Bloop. 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 You try talking. I'm in the stream now too.
Um, all of us are just more.
Yeah. No, that's just our headphones.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. I'm tripping.
Okay, cool. So we are ready. In a couple of
Woo.
seconds, we will put our good faces, and then yeah. Welcome everybody to the Nation of Dice. Time for season 2. We were supposed to start a little bit earlier, but due to scheduling, that kills almost every game. Today we are having 2 new players that we have asked to join us a while ago, and they are ready to meet your acquaintance. Hello. Uh,
Hello.
Woohoo.
let's start on my I think on my just my right,
To me,
but I think on
to
the
me, you're
screen
pointing
it's
at me.
also
Oh, I'm looking at the Twitch stream. He's pointing at me.
okay. If you look at
Oh,
the Twitch
well,
stream, uh, I should be pointing to
oh
Sai.
yeah.
Welcome.
Woo.
Who are you playing, and who are you?
I am going to be playing the Changeling Grave Domain Cleric Void Jihi. I go by Sai, and I am from Texas, the state of cowboys and deep fried.
Isn't that also the place of funnel cake?
Yes, funnel cake is very popular down here.
Cool. And who is on my left?
Uh, my name is Corey, and I will actually coincidentally be playing Corey, the Azimir sorcerer who loves mysteries. We'll say that. And I hail from California. I was actually born in Texas, by the way. Yeah, hail from
Oh,
good
that's
old
cool.
Southern California.
Hey, we're reversed. I was born in California, moved to Texas.
Oh, the world is small. That's what it is. The world is small. Tonight you will not be seeing our other regular players, Kaio and Kas, because this is today the first introduction of these characters. Uh, Last time, uh, we had to say goodbye to Sitara. She left us because she wanted to rejoin with her brothers, her siblings, that after a long time she was able to see again. At the moment, she is fighting the hobgoblins in the Feywild. If we'll see her again, We don't know. The real story is, of course, that Axel has left us because he of studies, and that makes perfect sense. That's why we have these players. And let's get into the story. You came from your cave or from the discovered secret place. Sorry, let me switch to. I'm calling your name, but I should call you according to your character, and that should be visible now. Void. um, Void, you came up with Tech, I think you believe, and you went to uh, the Mokonzi cleric, and then you heard screaming that there was somebody outside. Did you walk down instantly, or
I walked down instantly. I went straight to it. I heard about it. I remember I had like the book that I couldn't quite read just yet, and I went right outside hearing that.
what you see, Corey, the character? What you see when you are dragging or you're carrying the baby owl bear, the cub, because I believe you were carrying with
Yes.
you, right? Um, you see a majestic, big building. It is kind of goth-like, and there are images um, of a lot of ravens around the whole building. It's surrounded by a village, a supportive village, or actually it's more of a town. It's not so much a village, but the building is huge. It consists out of two parts. You gather, and one part you heard screaming from. Looking from the point where you are, what are you going to do? Are you going to take all your owlbears with you, or are you going to go alone?
I'm gonna bring the owlbears with me.
Everybody that has any type of view is like kind of slightly panicking because you were in total with 6 owlbears, right? The 2 adults or 3 adults and 2
Yes.
cubs, plus the one that you were carrying.
Yes.
Everybody is in slight panic because it's not normal to have so many owlbears together, surrounded by a person. And one of the owlbears gets very excited and starts running towards people. They all panic. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna tell. Yo, everybody, calm down. It's not what you think. We're friendly, all of us, including Big Bob over there.
Okay. Uh, because it's not really a walled town. It has a slight wall, not like this behind, just symbolic. Because they feel that they have the protection of the temple, of the cloister. Um, but everybody is still like they don't believe you at all, because owlbears are generally not the ones that not tend to eat people. You might be friends with them, but they are not. So they keep panicking. What are you going to do, my dear Void? You see panicking people running around screaming with a owlbear chasing them.
Did I hear him? Was he close enough for me to hear Corey, or would it be like all I can see is he's there, like with the
Um,
owl bears?
he is there. You don't really hear him,
Okay.
no.
Well, now everyone head to the temple.
Okay. One of the other clerics is like, close the gate, close the gate. when the gates are being closed, a lot of people just run up their house. You see people crawling on stalls. Uh, it's at the moment chaos. Corey, how are you gonna do it? How are you gonna deal with this?
I- am I inside the gates yet or not yet?
Yeah, you're close to the small wall that is surrounding the town.
Are there
It's,
is there anyone standing on the wall or anything like, or is it like a fence type of wall?
it's more of a fence
Okay,
type. Yeah,
okay.
it's more of like a palisade.
And there's no one like standing outside or anything.
Well, slowly there was one guard
Uh, He ran
standing there,
inside.
and that multiplied.
Oh,
A couple went. He went outside. You didn't see him for a while, but then you kind of hear footfalls, and you kind of start to see people. Probably warriors. Sorry, there's a fly here. Well, you see guards posing on top of the wall like bows like strung.
I will I will yell out to them, wait, stop. Lower your weapons. We mean no harm. I come here seeking revitalization for this young AoGA here. I may or may not have accidentally killed. I can explain the
Roll,
rest of the owlbears, but please help me.
roll persuasion.
But yes, I do. Ooh, it's a decent 21.
21. Uh, you were you were very disarming because you also still are carrying a not moving owlbear. A couple of guards like they lower their bow, they like relax it. One of the guards is shouting at you like, "And who might you be? Carrying these very dangerous, though protected animals." Did we lose Corey?
Are you there? He looks frozen on my end.
I think we lost him. Huh?
He looks frozen on both stream and my end.
Yeah, he looks frozen. Yeah, he looks frozen. Sorry, people. That was part of the technical problems we have experienced. That we now lost Corey. Let's go to you, Void.
Okay.
Oh, now of course my screen is like
Oh,
completely now
completely lost him.
perfect.
Lost him from the
Yeah, we lost him from the chat.
um. I'm inside the gate, right? Like I'm with the people. Oh.
Yes, you are with the people. Oh, let me just. You will see everything. That's when you. Yes, You will see everything from the people.
Okay. Well, now everyone, go round up inside the building. We'll handle it from here. And I'll have like my.
The people
I'll
are
have my.
starting to follow.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
have my.
they start to follow. They follow your instructions. They the most of the clergy of your brethren are now like preparing themselves and making sure that everything is safe. They're trying to calm down people that were in the temple. Well, let's see if we get Corey back.
Yeah.
At the same time, the Makonzi cleric is walking up and saying, "What is all this racket about?"
Oh, I think there'd be about 5 or so owlbears on the other side of that gate.
Well, that's quite disturbing. Any reason why?
From my seeing, all I saw was some what must have been Asmar flying with an owl would look to be a baby owlbear, in my opinion. Quite on the smaller side. And the rest are just following him.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, make sure that nobody gets hurt
All the
unnecessarily.
townspeople are in the temple, and whoever couldn't make it is out on top of their homes and stables and the like.
All right. Well, let's see what's going to happen. Hmm. She goes back in, and she decides to just do her regular things and just leave it to you to sort everything out. The other clergy, um, they have been able to gather everybody, and Tech is like walking up to you. Why? What's going on?
Well, little buddy, there seems to be owlbears on the other side of that gate. About 5 or so.
Hmm. No, I like owlbears, but from a distance, not so close.
No, they were right on the other side of that gate. Came right through the town running at people.
Um, so what he does, because these his type of goblin, uh, is a climber. They like to climb stuff. They they look a whole lot better than mainland goblins, and he starts to climb and kind of parkour from one part of the temple to another part of the temple, just to have a good view over the situation. Uh, for lack of a better word, a bird's eye view.
Goblin's eye view.
Goblin side view. Yeah, 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 yeah. Corey,
Did we lose him again? I just saw him moving.
I think we lost
I
him again.
just saw him moving. Corey,
I saw him move too.
Corey, you there, man?
I think we lost him again. I think we lost him again.
That's unfortunate.
uh, yeah, that's really unfortunate. Uh, so the guy, so Tech is now like going on one of the towers, uh, having a perspective. He waves at you and something. He makes some hand gestures, but you don't really know what he actually means. How would you like to continue? How would you like to respond to this situation?
Um, I'd like to go and try like seeing if I can get up onto the wall, see what's going on. With like
Okay.
spear at the
Um.
ready and shield raised.
Okay. 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 You're taking a part-time paladin. Yeah. You get up to the. You climb. You go up the ladder, because they're not really stairs, but just ladders, because it's a palisade. Um. You get up. You see down. Okay. You see the other guards looking around. They don't say anything. They want to say something, but not sure what to say. Um, they look kind of like flabbergasted, because everybody's seen owlbears because they're
The
part
world.
of um, the world. They're part of the kingdom, especially in the kingdom, because they are protected animals. So everybody's trying to avoid them as much as possible, which doesn't always
Mhm.
work. And you lose your life sometimes. When you look down, you see one of the owlbears is trying to crawl up and starts to, like, trying to scratch off the bark
Of the like the wall.
of the palisade wall. Yeah, yeah, of the
Oh
wooden
no.
wall.
Are the guards like members of the clergy, or are they part of the Makase, or are they just like town guards?
Um, they are under. They are, because they are part of the kingdom, so they're regular royal soldiers. But they are under command currently under the Mukonzi cleric, because it is her town. that requires protection.
I'll look at like the closest guard to me. Is there like anyone who stands out, or are they just all wearing like the same uniform?
They're all in golden uniform
Okay.
form.
There's no
Yeah.
one who's like with a little bit heavier armor with a different weapon. It's just all there.
Yes, there is one guard of the Kogagun, or the Gun. Some call him the Gun. That is probably the commanding officer.
I'll walk up and over to him and like shield and spear like a little bit more lax because I'm in the presence of other people. Well, now what's going on here?
It seems that we have a strange guest.
Strange guest. You mean that man I heard talking about the malbears?
Yeah, all bears most definitely, yes, as you can see. So how are we going to proceed? Because he wants to get in. No reason why. No, I mean no, not that I have an idea why.
You're telling me this man brought owlbears to the town, an endangered species, and he's asking to be let in with the owlbears, with the entire townsfolk.
Uh, yes, that's what I gather.
Do I see Corey anywhere? Like, is he in my line of sight or?
He is by now in line of sight. Yeah, he walked up to you right now. Like not like close, but still 30 feet away
Okay.
from you.
Upon seeing Corey, who's oddly very friendly with the owlbears, I'll already my spear, like I'm gonna throw it, and I'll just ask him, like, I'll look at him, very angrily shouting, "What do you think you're doing there with that owl boy? Bring him to this town like that?"
Hmm. Let's take a break and see how Corey, the person,
Yeah,
is doing.
I hope so.
And see if we can get him back. Let's give us ourselves a break because unfortunately we have technical problems we have to deal with.
We had him there for a minute, and then we lost him right after.
We did have him there. We didn't have him there. Give me all a moment, because else it's not gonna do what I want it to do. The where is this one? I have to correct this screen again. Oh, well, as long as it doesn't give a privacy problem, then I'll be fine with that. Oh, okay. Cool. Okay, let's go to the main screen again. Okay. Sorry, we're back.
Woo.
I hope everything goes well during this second part of the stream. Corey, the character Corey,
Yes.
uh, you see above the palisade, you see a cleric dressed in black, I
Black,
presume,
yeah, it'd be blue.
holding a spear and a shield. He's talking to the guards next to him, standing next to him. They're asking questions, and one of the owlbears is trying to scratch into the palisade, and kind of trying to bite off or scratch off with his beak the bark that's still on the palisade. You still holding the the not so alive owlbear cub. Void, you were saying something towards this individual, right? What was that again?
I was asking him. Let me get back into the character voice. What did you do in bringing these owlbears here?
Well, you see, this one here, it's in need of help. It had died, and I've been traveling for quite some time to try to get it to bring it back to life. And this is its family.
Pardon me. Is it actually dead or is it still dying? That makes all the difference here.
It's. I mean, it's dead.
Um, I believe you're looking for someone else because we don't do that here at the Church of the Raven Queen. You understand necromancy is banned, yeah?
Well, you can't you revive it or anything of sorts? Surely there's something y'all can do.
That's a little bit beyond our morality here. We're not really one for we're not really ones for bringing back the dead. We believe when a creature passes that's the end of its life. I can certainly try to ask the I don't remember the superior. I'm just gonna say my superior. I can certainly try to ask my superior if she might be able to, but I'm telling you right now, friend, bringing back the dead is not something we quite do.
Well, surely there must be something you can try to at least help. You can't just let these family of owlbears just lose their young at such a young age in its life. It had so much to live for. You can't just say that it deserves to die because of a mishap.
I can certainly ask, but like I'm telling you, our beliefs are that however a creature passes away is how it was destined to be, at whatever age, regardless if it was an accident or not. I can certainly ask, sir, but I can I can tell you right now, I'm not entirely too certain. I wouldn't bet on it. In the meantime, can you lighten up those owlbears there? I'm kind of scaring the townsfolk, and I got some itchy guards up here with some itchy arrow hands.
Oh, they're harmless. They're harmless. You need not worry of them.
You want to tell that to the scared elderly down here, sir? I promise you, it's not gonna go over well.
But
All these people are in their twilight years, sir.
I'll try to wave to the owlbears to hey, calm down.
Uh, you're trying to calm down the owlbears. Can you roll animal handling,
Yes.
please? And you have advantage because
Yep.
you have experience.
And it is a 15.
15. Most of the owlbears were wandering around after you were talking to this individual, this cleric in black. You call them, and you are able to uh, give them a direction. Where would you send them to?
Just to like back up a little bit, not really very far. Just have them
Not very far.
loiter essentially.
Okay. So they go back. They kind of, you know, looking around, still curious. Um, you see a little bit of the hunger in their eyes, kind of a little bit. So they're kind of reluctant, but they still go like more uh, to the lower wall you came across to get into town. Um, yeah. One of the older people uh, comes around the corner and like drops the pot it was carrying of hot soup.
Let's see.
Um,
One of the younger owlbears gets very excited. How are you going to respond to this?
I'll tell the lady to run. Run, go back away. There, I don't know if you want to be there anymore. We should get a little bit more of a safer spot from there.
She, of course, gets shocked that an owlbear, even though it is a cub, it's the other cub, is running towards her. She is making her way. Let's see if she makes it.
Oh no.
And she trips while she's running away. The owlbear is kind of excited, but first puts his head into the pot.
No.
The clergy are gathering together. Some ask what is going on. One of them is climbing up the ladder and asking you, um, uh, what are we doing here?
Uh, well, I was coming to see if there's something I could do about this dead owlbear here. There was an accident and it died, and I felt like it was too young to die. It was not of its time yet. It was coming here in hopes of seeking some kind of way to revive it of sorts.
Brother Void, this sounds like necromancy.
I was telling him then. I told him that our beliefs here at the Church of the Raven Queen are simply when a creature passes, be it by accident or not, that was its time. I told him I would at least ask, given that, well, he's kind of brought the rest of those owlbears here, and I'm not quite certain if they're gonna leave without their young back.
Well, they are scaring everybody. So, what are we doing?
I was gonna ask, um, I can't remember her name for the life of me. Um,
I think it was Grindar.
oh,
Let me look it up. I have it in my notes. Grendor is her last name.
I was gonna ask Sister Grendo what she wanted to do here, because this is her institution here.
Well, okay. I don't know. And he skitters off. Like, absent-mindedly as this skitters off. And then he turns around and he says, shall I call her?
If you could, brother, I'm quite terrified to leave these people here by themselves, and I'll still be like clutching my spear and my shield, like raised and ready.
It takes a while. And Tech comes and brings the Makonzi. She is climbing up the ladder, and she says, well, it seems that it's not being solved. Is there any problem why it's not resolved yet?
Well, sister, that man over there carrying the dead baby owl bear, he's asked if we could bring it back to put it back with its family. I did, in fact, inform him that to us, bringing a creature back from the dead, even from an accident, is just the way that the world goes. But he's insistent on it, and I'm not too sure about the owlbears leaving without the young, especially now that we got all the people in town.
Indeed. Hmm. Why don't you um take him in, find an arrangement for the owlbears, and I'll see what I can do. I'll ask Tech to help me with my research.
I understand, ma'am. I'll go and tell him. From now, I'm tell the townspeople to hide out in the library or further inside the temple.
That should do it.
And
I hope.
I certainly hope.
Well, I'll be off then.
Thank you for your time, sister.
She bows and she goes down the ladder. She kind of makes hand gestures, and you see Tech, who is in one of the towers of the temple, climbing downwards, parkouring from one roof to another roof, sliding down a couple of statues, and you know he's approximately in the library right now.
Okay. Um,
A couple of the owlbears. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna in role play like tell the villagers to head into the temple, but I'm pretty sure they would go with the sister. So
Well, can you convince them because they are pretty scared?
okay. People, please. We here at the Church of the Raven Queen have this under control. Please head into the temple while we take care of the owlbear situation.
Roll persuasion.
Persuasion. That is a 16.
Most of the older crowd has already made its steps. Its younger crowd is a little bit too curious, but you know, they take it. They just, turn around. They look back a couple of times, like, and then they stand around the corner of a couple of doors, and then you see heads pop out some windows because they are really curious. Corey, while you are outside, um, what are you gonna do? Because you haven't had an answer yet. You haven't received an answer yet.
That's does the owlbear just have its head stuck in the pot, or is it like?
Yeah, the owlbear cub is still like digging and eating.
I'll be waiting for a response. So can we come in, or should I have them stay outside and I just bring this one in, or is the answer still a no?
The answer for now is that the sister will decide on that. You can bring the baby one in, but that's about it. The rest have to stay outside, and you have to find somewhere for them. I'll be happy to oblige with assistance, but only the only you and the dead one may come inside.
Very well. Do y'all have some nearby hunting grounds I can release them into so that they don't terrorize your village here?
Do you want me to roll like a history check? Because I remember from the map of like where they could go.
Yeah, a role more of I see it more from not a history map, but more like what have you seen it as on a map that is surrounding. So, either intelligence based or survival
Okay,
based because of your
I
experience.
think I'll go with survival. 15.
Yeah, up further up north, way more in the hilly side, there are some woods that where most hunters go, and they come out with all types of venison. That's what you call it, venison. So yeah, you can guide them there.
Up north, past the hills, there's quite a nice forest. The hunters are there all the time.
Sorry, say that again.
Up north, uh, past the hills, there's quite a nice forest. Our hunters like to go there all the time.
Very well. I will come back briefly after I take them there. And I would like to try to gesture the owlbears to follow me. And I'm gonna walk them to like around to the northeast, not like straight north, sorry, west, sorry, a little bit west of it. So it's not right in the middle of all the hunting areas. So I'm definitely worried about some hunters and not by some owlbears.
Okay, roll persuasion or animal handling. Sorry, animal handling.
Not the best, 11.
Hmm.
Okay. You lead them that way. You go back through the town, past the wall. Um, a couple of them don't feel like it, so they run towards the south because it's the town is at water at a lake, and a couple start swimming there.
I'd see that as harmless, and I'd probably let try to instead take the owlbears to the little lakes, and some of them want to go there anyways. So I'd let them do that and be like, yeah, go ahead, just do it. And I'll just head back to the town afterwards, carrying the tiny dead.
When you arrive, I presume that the gate is
Yeah.
open because you see him arrive. The gate is open, and what you see is a big square in front of you with all facilities of a town. So a blacksmith, a leather worker, a candle maker, etc., etc., etc. But of course, they're all dressed in black. You gather they are all from the temple, all clerics and clergy working there. Where are you going to lead him, Void?
I saw Tech head to the library. So I guess if there's like a side entrance, because I know there are people like at the entrance, like at the main entrance of the temple, sticking their heads out. And
Yeah. So while you walk around the temple, because you want to go in more of a service
yeah,
door, right? That's what I understand from your story. You get to there, you pass a couple of storage places. Um, Everything is kind of neat, kind of, but it's pretty dark in this side of the building. Um, and you lead them to where did you want to go in the building?
The library where I saw Tech enter in.
In the library. Um, you, Corey, you get into a big grand hall. It's multi-story, and you see only books, just books, rows and rows and cabinets full of books. You are led inside, and in the middle of a kind of a inner library court, there's a big table. If you want to put your a beer cup down, you can put them down there. You see also everywhere. You see ropes, um, hanging, connecting one part of the library to another part of the library, and you see a hobgoblin hanging around, moving from one place to another place, sliding down ropes, climbing up ropes, climbing up statues and cabinets. Closets. Hey, cabinets. That's what you call it in English. uh, and he's dragging books all over continuously. Well, it seems that you have joined us, the Mackenzie says. Brother?
I will set the albert down on the table. I'm gonna be like looking around in awe. I haven't seen this big of a collection of books. It's kind of weird. What do y'all do with these books? What are they? Books for?
Are you talking to me or to the Mackenzie?
Um, probably you, since you're right there next to me, and you brought me here.
Well, we keep these books for the sake of the town. This here is just a library for anyone who wants to read, and it helps us keep our records of everything that's happened here in town.
So does that mean I'm gonna be in one of these books then?
Probably.
It wouldn't be strange, the Mackenzie says. So, who might you be, for the record?
Well, my name is Corey, Corey Celestite, actually, but it's irrelevant. I was just, yeah, that's who I am. And that is my family of owlbears, if you were to ask. They kind of raised me to say.
Interesting choice. Interesting choice. But, Celestite, then you must come from up north, then.
Oh, yes. From Mount Tiferet. Sorry, that is the mountain.
There is one village that names their people also to minerals and emeralds and such. Gemstones and such. I think you come from there, right?
Yes. Kepler.
Indeed. Indeed. I had an assignment there a long time ago. Quite sad. It was a great accident. Now, Void, I've been doing research, and unfortunately, that what you are trying to find for him, and she looks very, stern and very, I would say,
Annoyed? Or like,
slight, yes, slight annoyance. Unfortunately, that type of ability we don't have here. That would definitely be something of the wizards. Now, that said, Corey, unfortunately, if a creature has passed, it has passed. And we are not really inclined to change that situation, change that outcome.
I see. I was I was dreading that outcome. Do might y'all have a burial grounds of sorts I can use to pay my respects to this peer cub?
She turns to you, Void.
Well, we certainly have burial grounds, but I believe that would be up to you, sister, if you want to let him bury the owlbear cub there.
Well, we can. It's gonna be closer to the forest, of course. It is a creature of nature, and it should return that to nature too.
I understand, sister. I'll take him there if you so wish of me.
Then let it be so.
Hmm, hmm.
Um,
Well, miss,
So let it be. I will have you, by the way, also looked into the um, other room we have found.
I have indeed, sister. In fact, I did find records, and I'll take the book out of my backpack that was there. I think it was a book or a scroll or a tome, and I'll hand it her. They're a bit beyond me to be able to read myself, but I certainly know you'd be able to.
Um, right. Well, put it before me. I will see what I can do. Tech, can you have a look for the? And she goes through the book, and she says, "Oh, this is quite old. It is not in traditional draconic. Tech, can you find a ancient languages book?" And she says to you and to Corey, I suggest you take your leave and take care and say goodbye. And we will try to figure these texts out and see if we have other discoveries to share with you.
I'll keep that in mind, sister. But I'd keep an eye on that construct down in that room, and if my reading is right, then I think there might be another one.
Right. Well, fortunately, that is now the problem of the Azulian Spirite, and not my problem. And I think we lost
I
Corey.
think so. Let me check this. Yeah, he's gone from both the stream.
Oh, he's the, he's the,
Oh, he's back.
I'm
he's
here.
back. He's
I
back.
think I'm
Hey.
here.
Right. So did he
And
cut off anywhere?
uh,
oh,
what's what's the last thing you heard?
what's the last thing I heard? She was saying we should probably take our leave now. And I was gonna say, introduce myself essentially. Hi, name's Corey. If you haven't heard yet, what might be your name? And I'll let you take the lead as I have no idea of these local area.
All right, then let me lead you to the cemetery now, a bit closer to the forest side, just as the sister said. and I'll like for the first time like actually like just hold my spear rather than have it at the ready, and I'll start leading him to the cemetery.
Um, it takes you a while. Um, the temple accommodates a lot of people, and you get close to the village, close to the forest. Are you planning to bury the owlbear on the grounds or in the forest side of the grounds?
She did say closer to the forest, but I don't. I'll tell him when we're there, like reassuring him it'll be on the forest side rather than the ground side.
The forest side would be better.
Both of you roll perception.
Perception. That's something I'm good at as a cleric.
12.
Oh, the nat one. That sucks.
You get to the burying. Um, how are you going to approach this burial? Are you going to use a pyre or are you going to put it in the ground?
Um,
Uh,
we'll ask, do you have a shovel so I might put it in the ground so it doesn't get scavenged by owl and whatnot, other rodents.
hmm,
Or,
I presume that that a shovel has been taken and been picked up before you left. Um,
I'll begin to next to a tree dig like a small little divot, just enough to put the body in so it like covers flush. And like start piling the dirt back on to flatten it out and cover it with some leaves.
Void, tell us, what is the ritual you will um, give its goodbye blessing?
I'll suppose I'll put down my spear and shield, and I'll put on my vestments, like the actual vestments, and I'll say, I guess just like the typical leave the earth, leave this life in peace kind of a thing.
Roll religion.
All right, religion, an 8, low rolls.
Roll it again and use the highest of the two. Because you
I'm a
are a
cleric and I
cleric.
rolled an 8. Oh, okay, that's a 20 right there.
Okay. Once you cover it and you do you said your words, your blessings, Corey, you see that the leaves of the tree are getting greener. But at the same time, a fraction later, a lot of ravens land on that tree. Roll a sanity.
I'm kind of with him on that one. What if he wants to roll for something like that?
In this moment, when the last raven lands on the tree, a deep sadness comes within. It's like the sadness comes from the tree, and you too see see the roots of the tree move. You see protrusions. Those protrusions are actually roots, kind of covering the grave. You see a glow coming from the spot you have dug. and you hear a voice. He will be taken care of.
Mm.
All the ravens fly away. And in that fraction of a moment, it's like something was lifted off your shoulders.
Be my bad.
Oh, both of you roll perception.
I'm gonna be upset if my perception rolls are lower.
13.
22.
From afar, you hear a stream. You hear a stream, and for some reason, it's pretty loud too.
Hmm.
Then it dies down. One of the clergy is coming towards you too, and it's actually Tech. Hey,
Brother Tech.
um, um, are you done?
Yes.
Am I disturbing
Just
anything?
finished, Brother Tech.
Just got done with it.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. We have found something, but it's all related to the other space.
Mm.
You know, the
In the
one in
book,
the.
yes, mentioned.
Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm,
I understand.
mm-hmm.
And I'll like hurriedly pick up my spear and shield and like take off my vestments.
They she wants us to check it. I don't feel like doing that because I already had my adventure.
Oh, Brother Tech. Are you afraid of little water?
I almost died.
It was not that bad, Brother Tech. You slipped down the stairs.
Yes, and I almost broke my neck.
I healed you right up, Brother Tech.
Well, you figure that out. I'm gonna go back. This is the only thing I came to tell you is that I was supposed to tell you that you need to check that out.
Understood. Did you hear that scream, Brother Tech?
What scream?
I see now. Corey, did you hear that scream?
Did I with the 13?
No.
What?
Could I tell
I
the
did not.
direction? Could I tell the direction from the
Sorry?
scream?
No. That what was said was so vague. From what you felt, because the thing is, you felt this. You felt these words. It was said, but you felt the words too. Oops. Tech is talking to you. So what now?
Well,
Because we still have those owlbears, and we can't do nothing
I mean,
about them.
Just a second.
they're
I have to go get my niece real quick. Just a second. I'll be back in like a minute.
the owlbears are harmless. They won't do anything. They're just gonna frolic and swim and do owlbear stuff in the water.
Like eating goblins?
I'm sure if they're eating goblins, the goblins must have infringed on the owlbears.
You know my cousin?
Yeah. Jack, right? I know him
No, it was Toby, but it makes no difference. I have not known him. You know why I didn't know him?
because he was stupid and ran towards some owlbears, didn't he?
No, because some owlbear was hungry.
I'm just saying, right? They are part of nature. He should have been weary enough to not venture near hungry owlbears. But for what it's worth, I can say since y'all allowed me to use your facilities or whatnot, your land to bury and respect my deceased owlbear. I will say I'll help y'all with whatever issue it is y'all have talking about mysterious stuff. Also, you must be very clumsy if you almost die from falling down some stairs.
Whatever.
Corey's just laughing.
And Tech just walks away. Like, there's no talking to these people.
What did you do to poor brother Tech? No, just
It would be an ass! He screams from a distance.
oh, no.
I was just telling your brother there that I wouldn't mind assisting y'all in a small trouble if since y'all let me go ahead and respect my buried deceased owlbear. So I figured a favor for a favor.
Sounds about right to me. All right, then let's go investigate this room.
So what is it about this room? You said you mentioned it in a book. So you've read about this room.
That's correct. There was some. Well, I'll tell you what I feel comfortable with as now the um Inspiritus,
Inspiritia, Azule Inspirite,
the
yeah.
Inzule Inspirite. They're now in charge of it, but earlier I was in charge of finding a supposed secret room in the temple. I found it, and to the best of my abilities, I guessed it was a place to hide. In fact, there might have been a second space to reach from one to the other. I suppose they found that second area.
Secret rooms do sound pretty interesting. And the way you speak of them, do you mean like the one room lets you travel to the other room?
Perhaps, not quite certain yet. All depends on where we find it. The temple there is older than our whole country.
Well, do you have any ideas on where to start looking?
Not in particular, but we're about to go find out. I guess we'll start heading to the sister's office, which would be the most likely place to find her.
Well, you don't find her there. Apparently, there's a group of clerics going around the temple area. So not the library, but the temple itself, the inner temple of the cloister. And they monastery. That's what you call it in English. And there you see that a couple of the clergy are having shovels and wheel carts shoving out of the temple door with a lot of debris.
Brothers, sisters, what happened?
Something collapsed.
Collapsed.
Yes, one of the statues and a little bit of the foundation has collapsed.
That doesn't seem normal. Where did it collapse?
Well, have a look for yourself.
I guess I'll turn to look at it.
You walk into the temple. And normally, we have a lot of praying space and the center console. On the side, you see that there is all of a sudden a big gap, just a gap, a huge gap. It's on the side of the library. They are far apart, but in a direction of the library, and it's a what do you call it? A 3 meter hole, 10 feet high. Basically a tunnel.
Does it look like old or like it hasn't been used in a while? Like, can I tell if there's dust or anything?
If you go closer, yes, you might.
Yeah, I'll walk like right to the entrance of it.
You're in pursuit, Corey?
Yes, I will follow.
It's dark. So you can't. You see a little bit of the light that comes in. You see approximately 10 feet, 15 feet into the tunnel. It has a slope of 45 degrees or approximately 45 degrees. That's how far you can look into the tunnel. It does have arches, and some arches are incomplete, are either broken off or whatever. But that's how far you can look into the tunnel.
This here appears to be quite old. Supposing I'll light up a candle and start walking in. And I'll say that
Okay.
like facing Corey, and I'll light one of the, I guess like the incense candles.
Okay.
If you like,
Yeah.
I could if you give me a tiny object, I could light the way for us.
That sounds a little more favorable than using a candle. Hold on just a moment, and I will hand him. Let's see what I've got to hand him.
I mean, the candle would work.
Oh, I see what you mean now. Yes, I'll hand him the candle.
I'd like to cast
Okay.
light on the candle.
Cool. 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 You see further now. How much does it give you
It's
extra?
20 feet
Uh,
of dim light.
20 feet. So the extra 5 feet you see, it's all tunnel, straight diagonally down.
Well, I'll hand you the candle. After you, as this is mainly your priority.
I'll put my spear like on my bag or something, and I'll hold the candle with that hand.
Okay. You walk down. I want you both to do a deck save.
Oh, my worst stat.
The both of us?
The both of you.
Yes.
5.
You have.
Ooh, 14.
Okay. Okay.
Am I gonna make a new character already?
Down the stairs you go.
Uh, uh, our beloved cleric makes a misstep and starts to slide down. But it's not an easy slide because the whole floor is covered in rocks, small rocks, a little bit of grit work. So you do slide down, but it's a painful slide. And in that process, you end up having 4 points of, I would say, scratching damage, but that doesn't exist. so, so let's call it bludgeoning damage.
Oof. I guess like on the slide down, he'll be like screaming out like, "God, God's then," and it's just like scattered speaking because he's just rolling like falling down.
Oh,
You you all of a sudden you stop at a 10-degree slope because you knock you see in front of you, because you're still holding the candle,
Yes.
right? You hold a dear life on on the candle in your hand, and you see that you're going towards a rock.
Oh,
Make a dex
oh
save.
no.
Can I cast Mage Hand to try to assist him in from? Actually, can I cast Mage?
He is too heavy to be
Yeah, yeah.
helped.
Can I
Yeah.
cast Mage Hand to pick up the candle from him?
Yeah. Uh, how well are you holding on to that candle?
Like, not at all.
Okay. Yeah, you can grab the candle. Um, the maximum distance is how much for mage hand
30
control?
feet. It says.
Yeah. He sees that rock towards him. What did you roll on your deck save?
A 1. I mean, it makes sense. I'm not used to fighting or going anywhere. My character's essentially
You
a
have
bookworm.
you have 6 points of bludgeoning damage while you hit your head on that rock.
You all right down there?
No, but I'm still alive, so I can't really complain.
Can I now cautiously proceed down the stairs?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You cautiously go down. Here and there, you do see niches. There used to be candles in there. You see them on the right side and the left side. Um, you see here and there when you go down, and you see the arches being broken down. As you see, of course, again. I've no. Have you seen the elements
Yes,
before?
I have. When I was in that room.
Uh, and Corey, has Corey seen the elements before?
No.
No. So what you see is just symbols. You see symbols, and I don't know if had any exposure to elements, to the symbols of the elements. But to you, it's just pretty pictures.
Oh, this is a pretty neatly decorated room. Nice little cave drawings and whatnot.
Void, you see Corey approaching.
Not cave drawings, friends. Those are the 7 element symbols. Although what they're doing down here is a different question entirely.
Roll you to perception, please.
A 6. My passive perception is higher than that.
Corey, what is your roll?
It is a 7.
Also a 7. Okay. You get to stand up. You, of course, I suppose you sit down for a while. It's just to, gather your senses before you, walk on. Are you gonna just continue walking, or are you gonna be more careful this time?
I'm definitely going to be careful.
You both hear a sound. And it's not a good sound. I want you to roll a dexterity saving roll, please.
11.
2. My character isn't even going to survive the first session.
Um, you feel that there is a force um, collecting something that you might think is
Mm,
magical. And then you hear something rolling.
well,
Corey, from your left, you see there is a big tunnel, a side tunnel, a totally dark side tunnel. And there you see that there is a boulder coming out of it.
I will,
And the boulder is just as high and wide as the tunnel.
and that's coming from the left.
That's coming from your
no.
left, yes.
Can I move forward? I'm just gonna run forward, dash a little bit to get out of there. And I'm gonna tell Void, you should probably move.
Well, avoid, unfortunately, is too late. He gets smacked by the boulder to the side. Uh, it nearly, it nearly hits him fatally. Uh, but at the moment, he still survives. I hope. Let's see how much. That is 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Unfortunately, I have to go do something real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. How are we gonna do this, Void?
I think being the very awkward, very clearly awkward, like moving my limbs and everything person my character has been, I'm gonna try to get up, but I'm just gonna like slip, and I'm like between that edge where, because it's a circular ball and it's like a square hallway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be right in that little edge, and it just rolls right over my back.
Yeah, you have the fortune that um, the arches are protruding a little bit from the wall, so that kind of saved you. When it hit you, it slammed you into to the wall, but it also hit one of the sides of the arches. So at the moment, and somebody in chat said, uh, you should be able to heal yourself.
Yeah, that's my next move. I'm gonna brush myself off from like the dust and like the pebbles probably all over me. This is just not my day today. And I am going to cast. I mean, what do I want to do? You know what? I will cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, this is a good Cure Wounds. I'm gonna play this really well. Okay. Um, I guess like the worst, like the most hurt part of me is gonna be my legs. So
the yeah,
I'm gonna touch my hands to my legs and let's see, is this somatic? Is it? Yeah, okay, it's just a touch.
your wounds. Yes, it is. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like touch. I'm gonna sit there for a second, and I'll stretch my very badly beaten legs out and cast Cure Wounds for 15 points. So
Good. 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 Can you roll Arcana, please?
okay, I will in fact roll Arcana. Let me pull that up. Arcana, a 7.
A
Mhm.
7. Hmm. You hear the
Mm.
sound
Again, that same.
of another boulder. What you gonna do with that other boulder coming towards you?
Oh my. Okay. Oh. Is there anywhere I can see that I can hide it, or at least like a lot
You,
not
you
nicer
could
of a blow soak than
you could well, there are two ways to go. Either more upwards or more downwards.
I think I'm gonna risk it to go more upwards.
Okay. Roll a. It's more speed, so I would say a dex. Let's make it just a simple dex save.
An 11. That's the highest dex I've rolled so far.
Yes, it is. So you start. You were you were kind of also slipping downwards, but you did manage to get out of range, just with a couple of feet out of range of the ball rolling downwards.
As I'm standing there, I'm just gonna take a big, big breath of relief. Hi, the Raven Queen. Whoever left these chunks of earth here.
There is something at the moment that you notice. It seems that they come
Interval?
at a interval.
Hmm. Okay, would my character pick up on that?
With your wisdom, I think you would.
Okay. Hmm. Well, now, that's quite curious. These rocks here seem to be in time. And I guess I'll just sit where I am and listen for the next one.
While you sit here, and while waiting on Corey to come back, uh, you hear them coming back. They're returning between 10 and 5 seconds, and they keep falling. Make another Arcana roll.
And that one.
And they keep coming. They keep coming. You do notice that some of the arches slightly light up if this happens.
Can I roll like an investigation and like looking at those arches?
You may.
I have rolled a 7 on that investigation.
It doesn't reveal a lot. They are in a repetition. They do come in. It's they slightly that glow seems like there isn't a wave on the arch. You understand what I'm saying? So that slight light up is like moving on the arches every time one of the boulders comes down.
Hmm. Okay. With my spear, I guess. Are there like runes or are they just lighting up?
They're just lighting up,
Okay.
and it's like not like you turn on a light or you put on a blinker. It's like very slight, like a reflection. You know, if the sun reflects on a certain surface.
Hmm. Okay, I guess for now I'll just start walking. I'll start moving again.
Corey, you went down, right?
Yes.
Another boulder went down, so please do a dexterity save.
That's a dirty one.
Your turn.
Well, I don't roll hit. I just roll to give you your hit points, which is 8. The in what direction did you run? Did you run right in the middle, or did you run on the side? Because the tunnel is exactly the measurement the width of the boulder, or the boulder is just the same width as the tunnel, or actually of the arches.
The side.
Mm-mm-mm. So one of the boulders is scraping you, so take slashing damage of 8. Void,
Hmm.
you have made discoveries. Are you going to share them?
How far away am I from him?
How fast did you run, Corey? Did you use your full distance?
30 feet.
Okay, 30 feet.
Okay, I guess like really, really shouting. Corey, within every 5 and 10 seconds, some of these arches make more. I'd say it'd be best to avoid them for now. Try timing every 5 and 10.
Very well. I'll do my best, but I don't know, man. These boulders hurt.
Well, now, if I was able to avoid them and figure it out, I think you should be able to.
Corey, you hear another one coming down. What would you like to do?
Another 30 feet.
Another 30 feet. Okay. um, okay, make a deck save.
6.
Okay. That's 10 points.
I will then fall unconscious.
What? Okay. I see him.
What
I
are you gonna
see him
do?
falling conscious, right?
Yeah, I think you still are kind of in the shadow of the light, or he's still in the shadow
Well,
of the light,
he.
or in the how do you
I
call
thought
that?
he picked it up with Mage Hand.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You would have taken it with you,
Yes, yes. But wouldn't
but
Mayhem and Light both go away when I fall unconscious?
I would
yes. So you've seen him
where he
like
was.
you've seen him fall in the in the like in a gray view. You would see him fall because you're 60 feet. You have 30 feet one way and 30 feet back. And then all of a sudden, light is off.
I'll call out. Corey, are you there, son? I'll call out again. Are you there? By the Raven Queen. Might have to go save that man. Then I will take the dash action to where I last saw the light.
Okay.
I will go my full 60
you
feet.
uh you don't have night vision,
Nope.
do you?
I can change faces and body shape, but I don't have dark vision.
Okay. For this movement, I will have you roll for it. uh, with disadvantage. I'll let you pick whatever. It's either strength based, so acrobatics, athletics, or you may do a dexterity save.
Acrobatics
I'll let you
or
pick.
athletics. Let's see. I will go with athletics. Okay. Oh, this isn't looking good. I rolled 2. The lower one is 3.
Okay. You hear from behind another boulder. You get 10 points of
10
bludgeoning
points. Oh
damage.
my god. Okay. Did I at least make it to him?
You are now lying next to him.
Okay. First off, I'm gonna slap him. Just dead slap.
You have 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, and then I will cast first level cure wounds on him. Actually, can I move him? Can I drag him out of where the boulders are coming from? Like at least a little bit off to the side.
Um. Yes, I will allow you to do
Okay,
that,
I will.
but it's gonna be tight.
Yeah, I'll drag him.
Do strength.
Okay.
In this case, athletics is strength. So
13.
13. You manage to drag him into a corner. I presume that you also lay him like to the
Yeah.
wall,
Yeah.
with the legs also pushing against the
Mhm.
wall, and I presume you're also lying down so you don't get hit because another boulder is coming your
Yep.
way.
I will cast cure
uh,
wounds on him first.
okay,
11.
good.
And
Excuse
then
me.
does that bring him from unconsciousness or
Yes.
Corey,
okay?
Oh, my cheek. Oh, that really hurts. That
You
boulder must
deserve
have hit
far
me
worse
really
than that.
hard.
You deserve far worse than that, let me tell you.
What do
And then
you
I'll
What do
use
you mean?
a cure wounds on myself before I answer him. For an
okay,
11. Nice.
for 11, good, 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 good. These boulders are just continuing, and every 5 to 10 seconds, they come down.
All right. Listen here, Corey. We gotta time this and we gotta go up. Going down clearly ain't working.
I mean, there's has to be a reason they're trying to. It's stopping us from going down.
Precisely, we're going up. We're not going further down. We're going towards where these boulders are coming from.
Am I running the wrong direction then?
Mm-hmm.
Very well. Yes, let's run the other direction then. Well, I'll wait for your cue so we can time it better.
And the boulders come every 5 to 10 seconds, so like we'll move.
Every 5, 10 to 10 to 10. One movement is going upwards, yes. You do notice, both of you notice, I think, yeah, both of you, notice that the lights are brighter on the lower side than they are on the higher side.
What do you make of that, Corey?
I mean, I'm still thinking the lower side is where we should go, but I'm following you.
And
I mean,
clearly, you're trying to.
I did get smacked by some boulders, so I might have some, like a concussion first.
You'll be fine. I'm supposing that there has to be a reason why they're hiding whatever it is up there. They're trying to push us down there. There's got to be something up there.
Let's carry on. After you.
And I'll start walking
Sorry, upwards or downwards?
upwards.
Upwards. While you try this, you've noticed that the frequency of the boulders is getting higher.
Hmm.
So instead of every 5 to 10, it's from 1 to 5.
You sure we should go this way? Cause it's getting more and more dangerous.
Cause I'm sure. Think about it this way. Why would you put a lock on a door if you didn't want people to see what's inside?
Cause you don't like people going through your stuff.
Precisely. So there's something up here.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that. It just means stuff is up there. It doesn't mean there's a reason to have it locked. Why do you keep a lock on your chest at the end of your bed? Because you like to keep your belongings safe. Am I right? It could just be petty clothing. For all we know, that's a wardrobe.
Since we're further up now, what do we see anything else on this incline?
Well, if you look back, you noticed that their boulders stop. They roll, but you then to a certain point, you don't hear them fall. You understand what I'm saying? So you keep hearing them, and then it stops. Then another one comes. You keep hearing it, and then it stops. The sound stops below.
Hmm. I guess we'll try investigating downward, but I'm still certain there's something up.
Did you want to look up?
Yeah, I'll look up. I'm very curious.
Okay, roll for investigation.
Hope it's
What did you roll?
Pardon, was I muted for that? Oh,
Yeah,
13.
13. Uh, you notice that um, there were the boulders, because you got closer to where the boulders are being, um, where they come from, their
Hmm.
origin. You notice that there is like a line that follows the boulders downwards,
Hmm.
but it doesn't start in front of it. So when you see up and you see a boulder coming from the left or now the right, bound, knocking into the other wall and rolling down, that's where that light stops, or that line of illumination
Hmm.
starts.
So I see light past where the boulders are coming from.
That light is, of course, where you got in.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll head down. Yeah. I'm supposing you're right. I suppose we'll start heading down. Then we'll just go start heading down.
Very well. Just try not to fall again.
Hmm. Said the man I had to bring
The
back.
frequency of the boulders is still the frequency of the boulders are still shorter than 5 seconds. How are you gonna go down?
Let's see what I have. All
Can
right.
I just slide down? Try to slide.
Together with the boulders, between the
Just
boulders.
in the in the little like corner of the far left corner of against the wall. Try to
Uh,
slide.
no, you can't, because then you come across, because you have that little space where you lay down between the boulder and the wall. But every time you come across
Oh, the archway
the
comes out.
arches, so the archways are stopping you from going to the next point. You understand what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So so you would be stopped by the arches if you just slide on the side of the wall.
Right, so I'd have to go down the middle.
Yep.
Could we try to like dart across, like walk all the way to the arches where it would stop us and then dart across?
What
You can certainly
the
try.
problem
Oh
is
no.
the boulders roll down after they come across.
Hmm.
So once it comes and hits that wall, it still comes down.
Yeah, if it comes because you have the wall like this, it knocks on what this side of the wall, and then it rolls down.
Hmm.
Yeah. So when it rolls down, you still it rolls between the arches.
Okay.
Is there a possible way to get on top of the arches, or is that like the arches is up to the
No,
ceiling?
this it's supposed to be the support of it. That's what generally arches are used for, as a support. So no.
Can I tell how fast the boulders are rolling down?
I could always tell him.
Um, they are 60. Well, approximately 60 feet per turn.
So if I time it right, can I dash in between, like, and just keep up with the boulder, and or essentially per turn dash each time to stay distant from a boulder?
Okay, you can certainly
Yes, I would
try.
love to.
Hold on. Before that, I'm, I'm gonna look at
Yeah.
him and I'm gonna ask him, Corey, what is it you can do? I'd certainly appreciate if you could, I don't know, stop boulders or break through them or brute force stop them.
No, I can actually do none of that. The best thing I would be able to do would be cast Mage Hand, and that's not going to do anything because these boulders are probably way heavier than 5 pounds.
You're telling me you don't have any spells to try at least block off the boulder's path?
Um,
Even
I
something that
mean,
would blast a hole in the wall. That might bring some debris down.
I mean, I could cast a scorching ray, but I wouldn't say I don't know if it'll be burning through stone.
That is
Other
quite
than
problematic.
other than that, I could put you to sleep if you would like.
Um, I'm gonna read a spell really quickly. Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So if you want to go, down using a dash action, I want you to do, of course, a save.
All right.
Between and it's gonna be a dexterity save because you're using timing. Yeah. So
Okay.
A
please
15.
make the
A
rolls.
15.
A 15. Okay, the first one, you succeeded.
Can I see like how much further down this goes?
It goes approximately 120 down.
All right, then I'll do it again. But before I do, like as that ended, I'm gonna yell out. If you get the timing right, you might be fine. But take it at your own risk. I'll meet you at the bottom. And then I'll zoom in again to try to stay in front of the builder.
Okay.
Can I cast guidance on myself before I try anything?
Yes, I'll allow you.
Okay. Yeah, I will cast guidance. Let's see what that roll.
Mm-hmm.
We'll roll the d4. Okay. No, oh, it doesn't. Okay. I'm gonna roll the actual d4 because I guess it doesn't have
Mm-hmm.
a dice in the roll 20. Or the DD Beyond. Whoa, nice, a 2. A 2 bonus. I like that.
Above, on top of.
Whatever I'm gonna roll, yeah. I'm just gonna try the same thing, I guess. This honestly
Okay.
might spell the end for me. Oh, a 7 total.
That's a 9.
Well, like the 7
Well, your
with the
timing,
+2.
it's a 9. Uh, well, you've tried. Have 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Not liking this.
Corey, do another roll.
This is 7.
I rolled a 5, so you made it. Void.
Mm. I'll give myself guidance again. Try that again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 4. I like that. Okay. And of course, it gets paired with a 0.
I rolled a 9, so you failed again.
This character's gonna be dead off of the first session.
2 points of bludgeoning damage. Corey,
Let's
it's the last
let's
roll.
do it. We got this. That's a nat. That's a nat one.
And that one, okay.
So 4-0.
Well, okay. And that is 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
I am unconscious.
Again.
Again.
Do I tumble down as the boulder runs me over?
Well, we first have to see what Void does.
I have the light this time. Can I tell he's downed?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do.
And if you're not quick enough, he might get crushed.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to run over to him. I can't even cast guidance because it's. Oh. I'm just gonna run straight to him.
Okay. Roll please.
A 5.
Okay. I hope I roll
I do
bad.
too.
On that one.
Nope. I rolled a 17.
Oh.
Yikes.
That is 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
I am very hurt. Did I make it to him?
Yeah, you did, but it's hurting. You are still hurt.
Because the fool is down. I'll cast. I'm gonna figure out what I want to cast first. God, I can't even do it. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
For 4 healing. Let's see if I can do anything about that.
You are up. The next boulder comes down, but it gets lodged, so you get extra time at the moment.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna yell at him that we're gonna go as far down as we can in that time.
Can I cast Lesser Restoration on myself as I get up and keep going down?
I don't see any objections because you have extra time. So yeah.
I'll cast it at a 2nd level.
That was everything I had.
Oh wait.
But you can. But keep in mind, it's a condition.
Yeah, I
But
realized.
I also have 0 spell slots left.
Oof.
So if we get down, that's it.
Yeah, I don't have I guess we just gotta run for it. Never mind.
I think we should try to make it back out to the entrance. I don't
I
think we
think-
should be trying this anymore.
Well, so So we got what, like 60 more feet till the boulders disappear, correct?
No, the last 30 feet.
Okay, guess it might be worth it.
Oh, so I'd say we have a good chance of just taking a run for it.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself and just go for it.
Okay.
Gonna do the dex in reverse. Don't even need guidance. 17.
There we go.
That's the highest roll I've had.
Corey?
17 as well. I got an 18, but I have a -1. So.
I rolled a 6 and an 8. So you both made it.
So far, I haven't even actually like fought anything, and I'm out of spells.
You gotten pretty far, and while you see the last boulder come towards you, it just disappears. Like in thin air. It's gone.
I'm just gonna.
And the last arch is um really visibly lit. It's like every time a boulder passes, it lights up and then it dims, and it lights up and it dims every time a boulder goes through that arch. What would you like to do?
Firstly, I'm gonna just fall to my knees and say, thank the Raven Queen. I couldn't do that anymore.
Oh, quit your whining. We're fine. We made it. We made it. We're, you gotta you gotta take the little victories in life. What's more strange is I think that trap is magical.
Oh, it's definitely magical, friend. Those boulders were literally popping out of nowhere.
Yeah. So can I look around and see like what's around?
Are you looking for something specific or just looking
Just looking in
around?
general to see what my surroundings are.
Um, yeah, it's still you have the candle, right? Who has the candle?
I have the candle.
He has it now, and it's not light anymore.
No. So I presume that you're lighting it
Yes, I
again.
would like to.
Um, so it's now light again in the room where you are, and it's like a little bit of a more of a dome-like shape.
Hmm.
Uh, the ground is like uh, laid in, and there are with just regular rock, no special stones, not brick, but just it is laid in. So like it was intentionally put there.
Okay.
So you have a flat surface to work on, you
Uh,
suppose.
can I see if there's any traps in the ground, like anything that would, any pressure plates or anything of the sorts?
Yes, a roll for investigation.
I will also look around because I'm just curious about this room in general.
Uh,
Okay.
a 16.
A 16 would reveal that there is a from the from the ceiling. There's a very fine, like spider-like silk hanging, and if you would, it's not like cotton, like that when you are decorating for Halloween. It's finer than that, and it's not in large quantities. It's just here and there.
Approximately how far is it from me?
It's all over
It's all over.
the dome. It's all over.
Okay. Can I'll tell you, Void. Careful. I think this place is booby trapped. I think there's something bound to happen. And I'd like to take a step back. I suggest you do the same, and I'm gonna burn it all to the ground.
Uh,
And I'm gonna wait
I-
for his reaction before casting create bonfire on the
Okay.
furthest string
Uh,
stuff that I can see.
yeah, I'm gonna back up like behind him, more with my shield raised up than anything else.
Void, can you roll your investigation,
It
please?
was
Because
a
we need to take a
it-
break. I need to switch my my headphones. What was your result?
9.
Okay, people, we're gonna take a technical break. We'll be right back. 2, 1. Hello, everybody. We are back. And as you can see, I had to use the old-fashioned way with wire. You rolled. Remind me again. You rolled how much, Void? No, for the investigation. You notice that on the ceiling there is a blue crystal-like structure protruding. In your experience, most of the times, if there is a crystal, there must be something magic. But that's what you can gather from your roll. Wait a moment, wait a moment, wait a moment. Sorry about that, guys. We have to do the last 5 minutes over. The sound was not connected. So, Void, you rolled a 9, and based on that 9, you are not. You see the crystal, but you don't know why that crystal's in the ceiling.
Isn't that those boulders aren't coming down here?
Very well. Then do you have any ideas of what we should do then? If not, I suggest we just try burning it anyways.
I suppose we could certainly try that. Surely I'm at a loss what to do here.
If you run across the room, we can see if there's anything that might happen.
I believe that honor belongs to you. I've brought you up twice.
Corey just open mouthedly has a finger up like, how about I'll bring you up this time to make it, make it back to you. So you go scurry along, and then if something happens, that only if, right? We don't even know something will happen. Then I'll just help you up, and we'll just continue on and go our merry way.
I suppose that'd work. Though if I go down, I'm gonna slap you when you get right back up. And like very, very dejectedly, shield raised overhead, I'm gonna start walking over the room. Like walk across the room.
Okay. Corey sees, and you don't see that. Well, you can see that there is a veil of loose threads, very loose threads, you get in touch with them. They brush your head and they brush your clothes. Uh, Corey, what you see is that the um, blue emerald, blue stone, blue crystal is lighting up, and at the same time, it starts to light up the threads from the top towards the bottom. Before you're able to respond and say something, avoid a roll sanity, please.
What stat do you want us to use for that?
Did we not calculate your sanity roll?
Not that I recall.
That's possible, and I've not added yet that to your stats. Let me see. Let me do a quick calc. Uh, 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 Let me do a quick cheat. Let me do a quick cheat calculation. In your case, that's going to be a +1.
Okay, cool. So I'll just roll a d20 and then +1. Let me use my metal dice because I feel safer. Okay, a 14 with that +1.
With a, you first feel something entering your mind. And it's at first in the beginning it's painful. It goes down your body, and you see all blue illumination around you. All those threads are lighting up blue, and eventually you feel exuberated. You feel rested. You have had right now a long rest.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do that. Interesting.
Do I see him look more revitalized or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah.
Can I walk into them?
Okay, you could always
Yes, I
try.
would love to. A sanity check, I assume.
Yeah, sanity check.
Ooh, 16.
You feel the same pain that I've just described to Sai. And you also feel the memories that you had with the owlbear cub. But at the same time, you also remember all the joy that you had with all the owlbears in your life. You get a full rest, but because you rolled what you rolled, you also get an inspiration.
Ooh.
How would you like to proceed?
Is there anything else connecting this chamber? Like, is there other doors or anything?
There is a. It looks like a hallway, but you know, in this situation, everything looks like a tunnel. So
Okay.
Well, Floyd, any idea of which way to go?
Well, I suppose that way is just about as good as any. I'm just gonna
Like,
start like
When you enter, you almost make a misstep. It's going down. It slopes down again. This time not as steep. Not, not 45 degrees, not 90 degrees. No, it's just an easy 10%, 10-degree slope. You walk down, and it's kind of, it feels like you're spiraling downwards. And it also gets wetter.
these seems to be a whole other area of this monastery. I never even heard of something like this.
does there appear to be like moss and stuff?
Uh, yeah, yeah. Mostly, most more algae-like material. It's not so much moss, but more algae-like. So the walls gets a little bit slimy. Here and there, you see critters without any sensory organs. That's what you slowly start seeing.
Uh, Void.
What are we? Are we just seeing like a still slope? Like it's still just sloping down?
Yeah, it still slopes down.
Okay.
It still slopes down.
How deep do you think this goes, Void? Where do you think it leads to?
Rightly, I have no idea. Never even heard of something like this underneath the monastery.
Both of you, do a dexterity save, please.
As I'm doing this, I want to say, must be part of some kind of cult y'all have here. And then I'm gonna roll a 4.
A 16, and when that happens, like when I see him as presumably slip, I'm just gonna stand up there proudly. Hmm. Must be the Raven Queen working in odd ways.
You see, well, while you say that, all of a sudden, Corey is gone, and you are falling at the moment. Corey, would you like to react?
I'm fairly confident there's something I can do about that. Oh, I don't. Oh, no, I have to. There's something.
Boy, do you have anything in mind?
I'm
I
falling, or
mean,
is he just gone?
what does it? I mean, can I see? Am I falling backwards or like forwards?
No, you're
Oh
falling
yeah,
down
like my back falling
in a hole, in a vertical hole.
as if I was standing.
Yep.
Oh,
You were walking down, you were concentrating on the rest, and you just fell down.
kid, do I see like any ground or anything like that?
It's pitch dark.
Great, great. I guess I'll just want to brace for impact.
Void.
So I just see him like fall into the ground, or he just completely disappears out of sight.
Yeah, you would see him, right? You would see him fall down.
Okay. Do I want to do? I guess the best thing I can do is like, well, no, he's already in there. I guess I'll walk over to
Yeah, you said
the edge of it and try to see him.
you just let him
Well,
fall
he's already
because
falling, right?
he's in the because when you have to imagine it like this. You you speak to him one moment, and then all of a sudden he starts to fall down. So in that moment you still have,
Oh,
and that's gonna be 6
okay,
seconds.
yeah, I will try to, I guess, grab him.
Okay. Um, roll Acrobatics.
Mm.
Do you want me to roll that as well?
17.
If you want to try to grab the ledge,
I rolled
yes.
a 17.
17.
Seeing him reach out, can I try to just reach for him as well?
Yeah.
So that's still acrobatics, right?
Yeah. Well, in your case, I'm sorry. In your case, it's going to be a dexterity
Dex
save.
save. Oh, it's the same. So it's an 18.
Oh, that's an 18. Yeah, you brace for him. You brace to brace. No, anchor. You anchor yourself, Void, and while grabbing Corey, you now fall forward while Corey held on to you. You make a big smack on your chest, but he's hanging on your arms right now.
Like, I look down at him smugly. No, you want to take back what you were saying earlier?
All right. It was. I'll take it back. I take it back. Pull me up. I don't want to fall. Please.
I'll pull him up.
Okay, roll acrobatics. Athletics.
Both of us are just him because I'm gonna try to like
Ooh.
climb up if I can to help him pull me up.
20.
He will be rolling 20. Well, he doesn't need to roll for advantage. Yes, it makes it you pull him, and with all your strength, and even you got your air, you know, uh, from the impact, you expelled your air. You still are able to pull him out of the hole that
Just appeared.
apparently came from nothing, and you pull him standing back next to you. This hole is still there. It's not disappearing. Who had the candle, by the way?
I think I still had the candle.
He definitely did.
Then it's now on the bottom of that place. While you look down, you hear a splash.
I'm gonna assume that it is more than 60 feet, and we can also not see down there.
You can't see any more down there because the candle was, of course, doused.
Right. Well, are there any rocks, anything loose around that's pretty small?
Yeah, enough.
I have an idea. Can I cast Mage Hand and then light on the Mage Hand?
I think both aren't both concentration
No.
spells.
Neither.
Okay. Let me see.
Yeah, concentration.
At least that's not. That's not what it shows for me.
No, it doesn't say composure. No, you're right. It's but no. I think Mage Hand is concentration, by the way, but I'm not sure. You can put the spell on the rock, the light spell, I mean, but not on the hand itself.
Okay, I'll do that too.
You take the hand down to 30 feet.
Yes.
What you see is another 30 feet downwards, but you see the reflection of water.
Well, so it looks like there's water down there if you want to jump, or we can keep going.
I don't suppose we should try going down there. That's not a good idea.
And it doesn't sound that great to me.
Suppose we'll start heading further down.
I'll follow your footsteps.
You do hear sounds from that water.
Oh.
Can we discern what kind of sounds? If it's like a creature or if it's people talking?
a roll. N- what exactly are you trying to discern? Oh, so you're trying to discern if it's human or creature, right?
Yes, if it's like a wild animal or if it's like someone's talking, like someone having a conversation.
I would say that make that a survival. And that's no, I'll let you pick. It's survival or perception.
I'll take the 14.
Uh, you are definitely sure that it is not human or humanoid.
Yeah, let's not go down there. It's probably some kind of sea monster down there.
That'll be news to me and to the rest of the Raven Queen's church. This whole area, really. And I guess we'll just start walking down.
Further down, past the. Okay, well, you have to cross this big hole. How would you like to cross?
How big is said hole?
It's approximately 10 meters, so that is I have to
Big.
convert.
That is a big hole.
That's a big hole. Yeah, I think it's 10 meters to feet. That is 30 feet.
Yeah,
32 or 33 actually, but 30 feet for ease.
I can't jump that far.
Neither can I. Let's see if we can figure something else out. Can I see how far down said the huge hole is?
You estimated already that it was 60
Okay.
feet.
What is there above us? Like, is there stalactites or is it just smooth rock?
Yeah, stalactites, and it's a rough rock on the sides.
Can I use thaumaturgy to try to loosen up some of the stalactites?
Yeah, I'll let you do it.
Cool. Yeah, I'll use thaumaturgy on some of them like further away from us.
Okay. Are you going to indiscriminately just target the whole cave, or are you specifically targeting a place?
I'm going to target like I'm gonna check what the range is on it. Yeah, I'm gonna target like 30. I'm gonna target basically on like the other side of the hole because it's thaumaturgy's 30 feet range. And I'm gonna try to make some stalactites fall, maybe like 10 like pillar over.
Well, you're trying to create a
Mm-hmm.
bridge. Okay. Okay. Um, Normally, this is not normal what I'm asking you, so just in case. I'm gonna ask you to try to steer your
Okay,
spell. So make an Arcana roll.
sweet. Ooh, a 15.
15. Well, you're using sound, right? Or
Tremors.
tremors? Tremors. You tremor. You make tremors into the wall by probably touching the walls of the
Mm-hmm.
tunnel. Um, and it seems to work in the beginning, but you lose control for some reason. It looks like the tunnel is collapsing. And it starts behind you.
So it didn't loosen any of the stalactites in front of her.
Oh yeah, they did. They fell down. The weak ones did. You do have like now that the floor is that the ground is getting more of a
Mm,
slope, so you have not the steep hook corner of the tunnel of the hole of a no the
mm,
gaping hole. and it gets more sloped.
Okay, yeah, I don't know.
But you haven't filled the hole,
No.
basically. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Um, let's see what I have for this situation. Nothing basically.
How fast does it look like this cave is falling in behind us?
Um, uh, it's not very fast. You see cracks appearing behind you. Here and there, a stalactite already falls and rolls a little bit downwards. Um, it's not really fast, but it's bound to happen.
All right. I think we should probably just jump in.
I'd say so. Before we do that, I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability and I'm going to take Cat's Grace. I have advantage on Dex.
Okay. Cat's grace. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Um, y'all gonna jump?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna jump. Let's see what
Oh,
those decks are.
I am definitely gonna jump
Do it.
after Void.
Okay, do a
Whew,
deck save.
14. Thank you,
14.
Cat's Grace. Because that other one was a nat 1. So it was a flat 0.
So you went to the other wall, of this hole, and you went back, and you kind of parkour your way downwards. Um, you still make the last jump that didn't do so gracefully. So you still fall flat on your ass, but at least you're not hurt.
Great. All right. Following behind. That's a dirty one.
Okay, well, you tried to jump. There was a last tremor coming, and you went sliding down because it sloped a little bit, right? You're sliding down. Splash. Let's see. Let's see how much damage you have.
This doesn't sound good.
You have 15 points of damage.
That's
Remember, we had that long rest.
yeah, thankfully.
And you had already the long rest. So, your ass wet.
First thing, I want to swim back to the surface, assuming that I didn't. It's not shallow water.
Yeah, the water is very shallow. It's not very deep, so
okay.
That's why you were still hurt because you not only hit the water but you hit the floor.
Got it. Can I see? Is this like a cave down here or anything, or is it just straight up just a cylindrical hole?
This is another cave space. It's more like an hangar arch.
Okay.
You have an old-fashioned hangar, and it's like a half tunnel, a half pipe, or whatever you call it in English. That's how it's kind of shaped, and it leads you to. It's all wet. It's all covered in. It's like what do you call it? 2 feet of water.
Okay.
Not much, but just enough to get your pants wet.
Yeah.
If you are wearing pants.
Is there any parts that come out of the water, or is the whole floor is flat? So it seems
it's all submerged. The whole floor is submerged, and if you take a simple look, you see that everything is decorated in mosaics. That's what you call it.
I'll shout up to Void. Hey, I think you should check this out. I don't know how I'm gonna get up, so you might as well come down. and hopefully 60 feet's enough for him to hear me shout that. And then I'm gonna walk to the far side of the hole, like forwards essentially, to try to
Mm.
don't get away from the cave and possibly
Well,
happen.
avoid landed perfectly, almost perfectly. And you hear him
Hmm.
clearly that he's seeing
Hmm.
something.
Is there anything I can see up there? I'll take like a quick survey of like the area around me.
You see a lot of
Hmm.
mosaics, and the patterns are very much the symbols of the
Hmm.
elements.
Okay. Can I see if there's like a certain repeated pattern or if it's just like the normal way they're rested?
They are all seven. That's and they don't have a pattern on them, at least not on the ceiling.
Okay. Yeah, I'll start climbing down to him. I'm not gonna jump, I'll climb. I'll climb down.
Okay. When you get there, you put your feet in the water. It's pretty cold. I want you two to do a perception roll, please.
Perception.
Yeah, it's a 4.
14.
What you see, I sound so ominous when I do that. You see a light shimmer and a little bit of like a, a wave, like zipping from one side to the other side of this
Hmm.
space. The water for its the whole floor, the water is still except for that little zip of moving water. You might
Hmm.
presume.
I'm gonna
Oh,
assume I don't see any of that. I
Sorry,
was
say
gonna
that
say
again.
I'm gonna assume I don't see any of that with a 4. Yeah, got it.
mhm. I'll look at him and I'll tell him to keep his guard up, that something bright is in the water.
Something bright, like a light in the glow in the dark fish or something.
I suppose, but I'm not entirely sure about a fish down here.
I mean, but you're also not sure about this being down here in general.
I suppose you're right. I suppose we shouldn't find out. Let's get moving out of this area.
All right. Can I
Um,
hop on your shoulders? I don't like it when my feet get wet.
Boyd.
I suppose you can hop on my shoulders whenever you bring me up.
Awesome.
All right. While you walk forward into the space, more into the space, because that's the only direction you can go to, um, the floor starts to light up on the
Oh
submerged.
no.
It gets bright in the whole space, and it lights very brightly uh, the mosaic on the on the ceiling. And there you see it. You see a creature rising from the water. It's a very common creature in the kingdom. Um, it's not so common that you've seen it here. It is a water weir, and it's looking at you. It's looking at you too, rising out of the water.
Would I know that thing, like about that thing?
I think through your travels you would, yes. You know that there are a natural part of the kingdom. They're one of the natural creatures, like owlbears. Um, they. I want you to roll nature, survival, that stuff,
Nature,
or animal handling. One of
nature,
those.
survival, or animal handling?
Yeah, something nature related. So either survival or animal
I will
handling.
do survival. A 14.
Okay, a 14. You would know that these creatures don't harm you unless you harm them.
I'm immediately gonna look at Corey. We're fine, man. He won't hurt us as long as we don't hurt him.
Oh, I'm very glad you said that. It's my first instinct. I was gonna burn it. I was gonna toast it. I was gonna cook it and eat it for barbecue.
It's fine, it's fine. It's just curious. We're in its territory, you know.
All right. Well then, I'm gonna trust you. But if it looks at me funny,
Should be fine. We should be fine. Here, I'll even give it some food to deter it away from us. Then I'll take out the rations in my bag and just like set them, I guess, in like the water, because where we are is like knee deep in water.
you it gathers that you are doing something. Are you approaching?
Not. I'm like I'm gonna actually like put the rations in the water and I'll like back up, like slowly, like
It approaches you slowly. It looks at the rations or whatever the package was. It looks at it. Um, if it could raise an eyebrow, it would. Because it has no idea what it has to do with that. Because that's what you gather from this creature. Like, okay, you attempt to give it something, but it's like it shrugs. It doesn't have shoulders, but if it would shrug. Like,
with a very frightening look on my face, like point at my mouth, like and point at it, like trying to tell it to
That's
mouth.
a good idea.
uh, roll animal handling for that. If you are clear in what you're trying to
Mr.
communicate.
Owlbear Handler.
It's an 11. Unfortunately, it is not an owlbear, so I do not get advantage.
Yeah, he doesn't get that advantage. It's an 11. It looks at you and like, wow. It shakes, and then it kind of dissolves back into the water.
Oh,
I
there you go.
suppose
You got your food wet now.
it's fine. I'll get more from a
What if it would
top
have
of
ate? What if it would have ate us?
it's not gonna eat us. I'm telling you, it's fine. It's friendly. Look, it left us alone. We didn't even take the food.
How do we know? How do I know it's not going to go back, get its friends, and come back and just mollywop us?
Would I know if that's like a packed creature
No. Yes, you do know, and no, it's not a pack creature.
or we're fine. They're pretty solitary. It didn't look
Fine.
like it was a mama or a baby. It'll be fine.
All right. All right. Well then, as I'm on your shoulders, lead the way.
I told him to get on my shoulders if he brought me up.
While you continue walking to the end of the whatever space this is, you come across a very big arch. You, Void, already saw this
Hmm.
before. And when you make a step towards it, from the water emerges a dial. A similar dial that you've seen before.
I'll just put like one hand to my head. By the Raven Queen, another one. At least I suppose I found it.
This time, it starts the inside of this arch starts to become black.
I'll look up in disbelief. Pardon me?
And then after it turns black, it turns purple. It's deep purple and then light purple. And a vortex forms in this basically portal.
I'd get ready, Corey. I don't know what's about to step through that.
Well, are we about to step through that?
I have no idea. Honestly, might as well try. I don't really have any options.
Well,
Remember that tremor you made? You hear rocks falling behind you.
all right, can I run into that portal then? Can I just run straight into the portal once I hear these rocks falling? I'd rather not get crushed.
Yes,
I'll
you
deal
can.
with whatever's on the other side of that portal.
I'll run
No.
in behind him.
You're already behind him. You feel an intense cold. It's like you are being pulled apart and put together. And next week, I already thanked my players, because we're gonna have a good adventure. Yeah, it is here. It is 11 o'clock.
Ooh,
So it's
there's
the
only
end of the
it's only
stream.
2 o'clock here.
It's the
4:10
end of the
here.
stream. Next week we will be together with the other two, who some of them been watching.
Ooh.
I know if you keep an eye on the chat, but they've been commenting on your performance.
Oh, I haven't even been reading chat.
They've been
I've been
commenting.
looking, I've been seeing. You're happy for a cleric.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. You two are good characters. I thank you all, you two, for playing, and I thank the people at home for watching. And hope you see us not next week, by the way, because next week one of the other players is still away and unavailable, so it's going to be the week after that. The exact date will be on the Twitch agenda, and yeah. The last thing I'm always asking, if you have anything to plug. Corey, do you have anything to plug? Are you going to stream, or don't you stream, or do you have any social medias you want to share with us?
I do stream. I've been working on getting back into it, but I could definitely Blackie Gaming. Follow me on Twitch. I'm gonna start getting into streaming on there. Bunch of different games: Rocket League, Humankind, Warhammer, World of Tanks, random games, just a bunch of big variety. And I'd be even willing to, play to my viewers' discretion. So.
Okay, Sai, do you have anything to plug? Something you wanna, and because you did mention that you didn't have a lot of social media you're using, but do you have anything you want to boost? Is there something you want to say, hey, look at this?
Not in particular. I just want to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank my partner for watching it, who's been sending me texts. Lol, make a better Dex character. Which, yeah, my next character is gonna have a higher Dex score, because that Dex is not that Dex nearly killed me.
Yeah, that next character looking like it's gonna come sooner rather than later.
I refuse. I have Circle of Mortality. I will use that when I absolutely need to.
See, I didn't even think about it, but I had something that could have stopped myself from going down once. But
Yeah, and you still haven't used your inspiration, so
True.
you still haven't used your inspiration. Well, players, like I said, I have to go to bed. I thank everybody who's watching. I, at the moment, don't have anything to plug. Normally, I always have my social medias, my Instagram, my podcast, Weekly Omaro, but I haven't done anything weekly. I haven't done anything weekly, and also not the podcast. I will try to make a new episode. It's not going to be streamed because I streamed it for a while, but that didn't really, you know, it didn't add anything. So I'm gonna just do only voice recording. If I'm going to stream, to podcast again. Yeah. Then the last thing that I always say, and it's always the final last thing that I used to always say in my YouTube videos, is dot scenes.